Hello security gurus, welcome to this new lecture. In this lecture we are going to download and install Jenkins on our local system. So let's jump into the action. I'm on google.com. I'll type Jenkins download for Windows and I'll hit enter. I'll click the first link which is from jenkins.io. I'll click on this link. Now, if I scroll down, we will be able to see all the options for downloading Jenkins. Let's click on Windows to download it for Windows. As you can see, Jenkins has already started the download. MSI file is the Windows file that we'll be installing. So let's wait for a few seconds for the download to complete. As you can see, download has been completed. Let's click on it to start the installation. Now Jenkins installer has been opened. Jenkins 2.375.1 setup wizard is open. Let's click on next button. I'll use the default location to install Jenkins, but you can choose any other location as well. Let's click on next button. I'll run the service as a local system since we are just working on one Windows system. That's why we are selecting this option. If we had been working on a system where the system is connected to a domain, then we would have chosen this other option. But in our case, we are using a standalone Windows machine. That's why we are choosing run service as local system. Let's click on next button. I'll be changing the port. I'll be choosing a unique port so that I do not get any issue while starting Jenkins. Let's click on test port. Test port is successful and it means that this port is available, which is 9292 in our case. You can keep any port from this range. You can test the port. Let's click on next button. Now here if you see that Jenkins only support Java 11 and Java 17. So make sure that you have JDK 11 installed on your system or JDK 17. Currently on my system JDK 11 is already installed. This is the path. So let's click on next button. Let's select the firewall exception as well. I'll select feature will be installed when required and I'll click on next button again. And let's click on install button. And you can see that Jenkins 2.375.1 has been successfully installed. Let's click on finish button. Now let's open a new tab and let's type localhost colon 9292 and hit enter. Let's make sure that Jenkins service is running. I'll open services. I'll type Jenkins and you can see that Jenkins automation server is running. As you can see, Jenkins has been successfully installed and let's wait for some time as Jenkins is getting ready to work. You can see the message, your browser will reload automatically when Jenkins is ready. As you can see, Jenkins is now successfully loaded. We will now have to enter the initial admin password which can be found at this location. So let's copy this location. I have opened Windows Explorer. I'll paste the location. I'll select notepad to open the file and this is the initial admin password. I'll copy this password and I'll paste it here and I'll click on continue button and you can see that now we can install plugins in Jenkins. Let's select install suggested plugins. And now Jenkins will start installing plugins automatically. It will take few minutes before the plugin installation is complete. So now since we have installed all the plugins, let's create an admin user. I'll provide a simple admin username. I'll give it as admin. I'll keep a simple password. I'll provide the full name as admin as well. I'll provide a email address and I will click on save and continue button. Now this is our Jenkins URL and let's click on save and finish. Let's click on start using Jenkins as our Jenkins setup is ready. As you can see, we have successfully logged into Jenkins dashboard and our Jenkins is installed on Windows machine. So that's how you install Jenkins on the Windows machine. Now in the upcoming lectures, we will be implementing an end-to-end DevSecOps pipeline using Jenkins, which will include all the security stages like SAST, SCA, DAST, container security, IAC, security stages. So it will be really hands-on lecture from now on, and you will be learning integration of a number of security tools in the DevSecOps pipeline. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.